development journey. I had been waking up at 5 a.m. to work out every single day, just pushing it to the limit to get myself in better standing with others. But you almost have to be quiet about that as well, because if you try to help somebody who doesn't want to be helped, it can lead to conflict, and you're stuck with it.
Well, let's get started. So, Preston, you went from basically 3 years in the pen to now leading an army, I guess I would consider it, of people who are just relentlessly out there banging on doors, selling roofs. You are leading and responsible for leading the most successful market we have in the company currently. Week in, week out, quarter after quarter, your market continues to be the most successful market. Not that the others aren't, but your market is just a step ahead, and it's because of you. And so I kind of want to talk about, you go from being incarcerated, being there for 3 years, completely isolated, missing your son growing up, to now here you are making exponential money legally, and teaching other people how to do it. And you're setting an example. I mean, even seeing the messages sent in our group chat last night, you've got Austin Ness, who's just talking about how, or Kevin even, talking about how impactful your leadership is to him. And so I kind of want to hear your story, and I'm going to open the floor for you. The leadership qualities and traits that you have are unique and different, and I think some of it probably came from being locked up. So take us back, I guess, to before you got locked up, and guide us through that, you know, what is it, the last 5 years total, essentially?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years total?
Yeah, about 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, kind of walk us through that.
So if we're going all the way back 5 years, I was living in what I look at now and what truly is just kind of sense of delusion. So I was making money through selling marijuana, selling weed. And it was a good, cut that, roll back. I was selling marijuana, and it wasn't something I could do forever. I knew that, but I was living in some sort of sense of delusion that was the way for me to go, or this, that, or the other.
You're making money doing it too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't at a scary level or anything like that. It was just kind of a medium, you know, I never carried a weapon or did anything like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, regardless of anybody's feelings about weed in the first place, it is illegal in Texas, and I knowingly chose to do that anyways. And that's what ultimately led to me being in there for 3 years. And I had to really come to terms with that. I had just found out I was having a son whenever all of this happened. Yeah.
So crazy.
And instead of doing what, you know, I guess the me now or a logical person would do and be like, oh my God, stop what you're doing, you know, get this straight. Instead, I tried to make an exit plan of having X amount of money in my pocket and a house, this, that, and the other.
And that's when you would call it quits.
Yes. So,
interesting.
That extra 2 months right there is what ultimately got me in trouble. But at the end of the day, like where I'm at right now, I wouldn't change a thing. Going through what I went through and having to really take a hard look at myself while I was in there. I mean, you're isolated, right? You're away from your family. You're stuck around people that are dirtbags I don't know how else to put it. Like, there's not good people in there. And when I got there, all I could look around and say to myself was like, man, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Right? Like, I'm not like these people.
You felt that as soon as you got, and were you locked up in the beginning in Texas? Or were you in Texas the whole time?
This is in Texas the whole time. So it was the TDC. And I went from Huntsville to two of the biggest ones. That was some scary times. There's Cofield and Hughes Unit. Those are the like 4,000 people on the camp. It's pretty insane.
You got transferred around a good bit.
Yeah. So I moved around in there.
I think that's tough. Like
Yeah.
you build relationships, you establish, here's where I stand on certain things. And then were your moves or transfers just kind of sporadic, like you never knew?
Pretty much.
Or they were planned and you knew they were?
No, they just come to you at 5 a.m. one day and say, pack your stuff, you're going somewhere else.
Wow.
Um,
Now, selling weed, I would assume you're not around someone who's in there doing a double life sentence.
Or
am I wrong?
So they're overpopulated, understaffed in there, and
Is that all Texas prisons?
yeah, it's all Texas prisons. There's no AC in most of them. Summertime, you're sweating all day. You're never not sweating. Yeah, like they have places where people go when they have heat strokes and stuff like that, and unless you're like literally dying, they're like, you're fine, here's a cool towel, make the best of it. I know it's 130 degrees in here because it's metal buildings with no insulation in them. Sun's just cooking you in there. But moving around was rough, to say the least. I had put in for something called a trustee position, right? And that was get me outside, get me working. Essentially, I'm a lower, like micro, low risk, essentially. And it took a while for that to happen. I mean, it took 2 years before I even got that. And that's when they started actually moving me to these bigger places. It was great. I thought I was getting, some sort of good thing. And overall I got to move around. But going to those larger camps with 4,000 people where they're overpopulated and understaffed, that's when, my neighbor's sitting on a double life sentence, has no chance of ever seeing parole. I'm at that point, have already made parole, but it's a year out, right? And my only goal in there was to better myself,
Get home
safely.
So you're sitting next to me that's got a life sentence or double life sentence, whatever the fuck it is. And you're sitting there like, dude, I'm literally just trying to go home. And everything I do from the moment I wake up to go to bed is structured towards get the fuck out of here and go home. And he's sitting there thinking, what's his mindset? Does he, I feel like you just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, there's nothing to lose, and they know they're in there forever. So there's ways for them to kind of like pull your paperwork and see,
of course,
who you are, what you did while you're there.
Make sure you're not a chomo or.
Yeah, absolutely. Because those guys don't get treated well in there, and they shouldn't be. But I essentially had to, not say a word. I'm not gonna tell the guy, hey man, good morning, how you doing? I'm going home in 6 months. How are you this morning? Right? Because if he's having a bad day, that might be my last day. Like genuinely, like they don't care. And a lot of the people that have life in there have settled in and I guess are making the best of it, or they're in a what's called G5, just segregated completely because
they're a danger.
Yeah, like they're just a violent freaking danger.
Wow.
But they'll get them to that point. And then if they act right for 2-3 months, they throw them back in with everybody else until
they'd be just as violent
until they freak out again and they put them back in there. So knowing that you're in there, like there's no getting out, there's no exit. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and these are the people you're around. How you carry yourself, how you walk around, eye contact, right? Like you don't make eye contact with people unless you got something to say to them or there's something to talk about there, right? You mind your business.
Head down, do what you're there to do.
And for me, the structure of it is what really helped get through. Because you're missing your family, man. You're in there Christmas, you're in there Thanksgiving, you're in there, birthdays. My son's first birthday, second birthday, and third birthday.
Wow.
But you're in there all day. So these people that you're around, it's not like if I get into a little altercation with somebody that I won't see them again, right? Like in normal life, you get into an altercation with somebody, you don't ever have to see them again, right? You're in town, you leave the town, or you just don't see them. You get into an altercation with somebody there, you will see them every day for as long as you're in there. So you better be damn sure what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
And
did you avoid all altercations at all costs?
I really did. And
I
there's
feel like at some point you can't.
you have to be ready and willing to do that so that you don't get like taken advantage of or people trying to steal your stuff, this, that, or the other. Right. So it's not like I didn't have to throw some hands a few times, but at all costs, my only objective was to get home. Like I wasn't, a lot of people's mentality in there is I need to prove myself. I need to be the toughest guy. I need to be this, that, or the other. I did not give a actual shit about what anybody in there thought of me.
Yeah.
Inmates, guards, whoever. I did not care. The only people I cared about were my loved ones. Right. So if somebody was like, oh, he's avoiding this or he's not this, I was like, I did not care. I got nothing to prove to anybody in there.
Yeah.
Did
everybody kind of catch on to that? Like,
yeah. At the same time, I'm pretty, I was reading books left and right. That's a lot of what got me through and helped me kind of reframe some things that needed reframing in myself.
Educating yourself throughout the entire sentencing.
So the only like beneficial thing I can talk about that they did have there, they have like tablets now, and those have podcasts, like certain podcasts you can listen to. Right. So there's one called The Dad Edge, right? It's a really good podcast all about fatherhood, Christianity, things of that nature. And I'm just listening to that, soaking up any information I can. They're having guests on there like Chris Voss.
Yeah.
Wrote a great book. I think he shared it with us not that long ago as well. But, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, how to win how to win friends and influence people. All of these self-development books, I'm just eating them up. Like I'm reading 300-400 pages every couple of days.
Let me ask you why. What was your mindset in there? What were you going to do with the information and knowledge, wisdom you gained while in there? What was your plan?
The plan was to get out and do something completely different than what I was doing and reframe the thought process I had. Like I really had to look myself in the mirror and say, you were delusional, right? Like it didn't matter how you felt about the legality of weed or knowing that, you weren't, I wasn't carrying a gun and I felt like I wasn't harming people, things of that nature. That doesn't matter. Like it was illegal and it took me away from my family. And that's all that I needed to know.
So when you were in there, and just to kind of pause before we continue to the story where you get out, when you were in there, did you know like, I'm going to get out and I'm going to fucking win? Like I'm going to go do something. Like what kind of fill me in on that thought process? When you're in, you're obviously nonstop thinking about what it's going to look like when you get out. That's probably what you fixate your mind on the most.
Mm-hmm.
What did that look like?
So just a thought on that right there, like to get through and make the most of my time, I actually didn't think about when I was getting out. I just thought about my day to day, and what I could accomplish.
That's so different than what I would have expected.
And they're not saying I didn't do that for the first, 6 months or so, but I realized like it's going to be a while. If I keep fixated on that, I'm slowing myself down and I'm just mildly depressing to say the least.
Yeah. So
I really fixated on maximizing that time. There's nothing I could do about it. Like I'm there. There's nothing I can do about it. No matter how good I was in there or what I was changing, my life was out of my hands at that point. It was their choice. So knowing that when I got out, I was going to absolutely kill it, figure it out, and make up for lost time, one, but provide what I want to for my family.
I knew it was in roofing sales.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
I feel like, dude, I sell so many roofs when I get out of here.
I had no idea. I knew, honestly, I ordered have my family ordered me a textbook as HVAC. It's like 1,400 pages, itty bitty words, college level textbook.
Oh yeah.
I read every bit of it. I could tell you so much about an HVAC. I've actually forgotten a lot of it since being here because I'm like, I don't need that.
Yeah,
right. I know the basics. But my plan was to get into HVAC, and work my way up from there to control technician. And my buddy works at A&M. I was going to get a good job up there and steady Eddie benefits. That was my thought process in there. And I spent so many hours reading the book, studying, and got to install some systems while I was in there.
Oh, that's cool.
And like outside work.
Okay.
But, yeah, towards the end there, I was working like 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I signed up for it. I thought it would help me get out of get out of the place I was in and do some cool stuff. They don't tell you once you start that, if you decide that you don't want to do it anymore, you get in massive trouble and they can pull your parole. So once I started it, I was like, 16 hours a day. Here we go. I'm going home. So whatever. And it was some hard work. I'll tell you this.
Wow.
Not fun a lot of the time.
So they can actually pull your parole for not.
They can pull your parole for anything. And what's fucked up was when I was neighbors with a guy with a life sentence, I had gotten parole at that point.
Right.
And they had said, you will be released in 1 year. So now I have a whole year to
keep your
not fuck up. Right?
Yeah.
And this guy is like, oh man, that was,
Did he know that?
I'm pretty sure he did, because they ended up moving him. Like, it's super against the rules, legal, whatever, for them to have those people right next to each other.
And him next to each other.
Yeah, like in an open space. This is a large room. There's like 100 people. We got bunk beds and right, like things can go wrong quickly. And they ended up moving a lot of the people that had that type of charge. And when I say out of 100 people, they moved like 40 to 50 people out of there the next few days. So that's how many people that had some, I don't know what all theirs were, but that had some hardcore stuff that weren't supposed to be in that room.
They ain't good now.
Yeah, like, no, they're not. That's their forever.
Can't believe they have you in there for weed charges. Some fucking drug charges next to guys like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's
so crazy.
Group you all together. Hey, I'll tell you this, man, it worked. If it can work.
It made you keep your shit together.
Oh, dude, you won't catch me jaywalking. That's it. No, like, you won't catch me jaywalking ever again.
Using your blinker at every turn. Every stop sign, you're not rolling.
Oh,
you're
no.
Stopping.
It's not like that for a lot of people, though. I met a lot of people in there. It was their third, fourth time in there.
Holy shit.
Right? And naturally, like, I wanted to, I had been on a self-development journey. I had been waking up at 5 a.m. to work out every single day. Just pushing it to the limit to get myself in better standing. But I wanted to share that with others, but you almost have to be quiet about that as well, because if you try to help somebody who doesn't want to be helped, it can lead to conflict and you're stuck with
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting, to say the least.
So walk us through, like, as the end of your sentence approach, you're getting out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at mentally? What are you, like, where's your head at? Like, the last few days out, your last few days.
The last, 6 months was almost the hardest, because I knew it was coming, but I couldn't speed it up.
I'm sure.
But say, the last week, at this point, the last 3 to 6 months, I was actually at a place that was the best place I've been at thus far.
So where you finished your sentence, you finished at a place that was good.
At that place, I did feel safe at all times. Like, there was never a moment. And I knew everybody there. It was called an innovative unit. And when I was doing this work crew stuff, we actually built that unit from the ground up. Like, we would go over there when it was empty and we redid all the HVAC, concrete, everything. And then we're the first people to move in there, and they moved other people in after us. Right.
That's pretty cool.
So,
where was this? Which prison was this?
It was in Bartlett, Texas. I think it's just called Bartlett Unit, if I remember. Bartlett Innovative Unit. I've kind of what I needed to remember and learn from it, I've remembered, but a lot of that time, it's well over a year ago now, I've just kind of pushed to the side and focused on what's important, right? But it was, that place wasn't terrible, so felt good. I knew the warden, I knew everybody, they liked me, helped build it from the ground up, all that good stuff. So last few days, they set me up with a suit, freaking Goodwill, crappy
an actual suit.
Yeah, to walk out with. And I was like, thank you, I promise you I'm changing as soon as I walk outside, but I appreciate the sentiment. Right. But I did not have a job lined up. I knew where I was going, and I knew I was going to figure it out.
Where were you going?
I was going to every
Station.
Oh yeah, back College Station, right to Bryan, and going to every HVAC place in town until I found a job. So My now fiance, Alex, at the time, she was like, hey, let's just hang out. Like, let's just spend some time together. First day I'm out. And I'm like, absolutely. Like, I'm hugging my son. I'm like, man, it's so good. So good to be here. The little things that you wouldn't think of, like a refrigerator, a bed, like these things that I thought I was unique. And I've seen some like Instagram reels, this, that, or the other since. I'm like, oh, okay, everybody been there, thought the same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
Yeah, but to open a fridge and have cold drinks, oh my God, I can't, you wouldn't get it, man. I was like, this is cool after 3 years of lukewarm to hot liquids for the most part.
Ugh.
But she wanted to just hang out, right? Just want to hang out and just be together, and I enjoyed that. But immediately I am putting together a resume, knowing I'm about to have to explain there's a 2 to 3 year gap, or 3 year gap in my resume and work history. And I'm immediately going to every HVAC place in town, getting some maybes, getting no. And then I found a place, took a chance on me, right? And I was excited, right? It's not great pay.
Did they notice the gap in the resume?
Mm-hmm.
They knew.
The guy who hired me was actually a retired police officer, and I just leveled with him. I was like, this is who I am. This is what happened. This is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I work my ass off. I'm a quick learner, and I've been studying this for a while. Take a chance on me. And he had actually known my grandpa, I believe, as well. He told me that a little bit later.
It's such a small town, dude.
Yeah.
Such a small town. Whenever I'm in we used to live out there, then we lived out in Caldwell before we lived where we're at now. But whenever I need something done, I just text Preston. Like, I needed a Muay Thai coach me for fighting. And I'm like, you know what? Who's going to know a person? Preston will know a person. And I text him, and he's got a guy. And he sends me a guy. Anybody out there you need. The guy ended up standing me up twice at 5 a.m. So that's Preston's fault.
It was me.
Yeah, this Muay Thai coach schedules me and says, hey, when do you want to do it? And I'm like, I like mornings. And he's like, oh, perfect. I got a 5 a.m. slot. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And stood me up. Told me he slept in twice.
To be fair, if I don't know somebody, I know somebody who knows somebody.
Oh, for
This was the know somebody who knows somebody. So I was mildly insulated from that incident.
But anyway, you start with the HVAC company, and I guess pick us up there, because this is about to get interesting.
Yeah. So start with them. They took a chance on me, and of course I showed up and showed out. I absolutely worked my butt off.
Didn't sell.
They wouldn't let me. The problem that I had there, and this was, they'd given me a raise and talked about sending me to a school and paying for it to get like a certifications, that kind of stuff.
Were those necessary, in your opinion, I guess?
For them to pay me more long term, right? Or at a lot of other HVAC jobs, you
have sold them without this.
You can sell them without that for sure. But as to do technician work, there's certain things you need around working with Freon, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And I was all for that. The problem is like 1 week we would have 60 hours of work, and this is hourly pay. The next week was 40. Then there was 2 weeks with like 8 hours. That was it. 8 hours.
In a week?
In a week. And then it would go up 16, and then, okay, 60 hours, 15, right? It was so back and forth, and my thought was like, I went to the owner and was like, hey, the manager and owner was like, hey, look, I did gym sales a while back. I know how to talk to people. I'm a quick learner. Give me the opportunity to go and sell these jobs and then come and install them as well. Like, I will happily do both. I'm mowing yards on the weekends. I'm cutting trees. I'm doing any kind of side work I can find, right? I'm trying to get things rolling again and make up for lost time.
An 8 hour weeks ain't cut.
8 hour weeks aren't going to do anything for anybody, especially with what they were paying me. Like, not that it was terrible. I was starting out and they took a chance on me, right? But it wasn't anything that was going to make a difference for me. It was a scraping by type of thing. And they just wouldn't give me a chance. They were like, no. No, we got somebody doing that. They had one person for the company doing it. And it just wasn't providing job. Like the service technicians were staying busy all the time, right? But
Yeah.
us doing installs, we weren't being busy at all.
So you wouldn't go out on a service call?
I was starting to.
Oh, okay.
I was like starting to with them. It was just a very, very long-term play, and I've got too much drive to let somebody else dictate what I can make in a week, right?
Right.
I want the opportunity that if I want to put in the work, be compensated for it. And I got nothing against that company. They're great people there. It just wasn't the fit for me. So
yeah,
I started putting in some applications other places. Ran across Trophy Exteriors through an application and got the interview.
We found you on Indeed, didn't we?
Uh-huh. Yep.
You get some good people through. It's not the greatest form of recruiting. I think organic recruiting is always the best, but yeah, I can't believe we found you on Indeed. That was awesome. But so, did we do an in-person interview?
Mm-hmm.
Was it me and you?
It was me and Grace, actually, I think, and then I met you later.
You interviewed with, where was I?
I think you were in Houston.
Was I in Houston?
I'm pretty sure.
When you came on, we had the Houston team kind of going, and I think Jacob and I were out there trying to get that situated.
Yeah.
And Grace was helped pick up the slack in College Station.
Yes.
Was Victor here?
Yes.
And Tide and Jacob were here. Was Cameron Cocott?
Yes.
Okay, so we were selling roofs. We were selling roofs.
Yeah, so, and I mean, the interview was similar, right? Like, even Grace was like, yeah, I don't know. Let me look into this a little bit. Let me talk to this guy. And I just told her same things I told the previous job. I was like, I will work my ass off and I will learn anything this quick. Like, I have something to prove and I'm ready to prove it.
So when you applied, did you know it was door-to-door roofing?
So I had no idea.
You had no clue.
And I honestly did not believe some of what I was told. They're like, this is what you can do for yourself in this year, right?
Because at that point, Jacob was already making probably 20, 30 grand a month.
Mm-hmm.
I was making, he was having $14,000, $15,000 weeks paycheck. We're fresh out of that storm in College Station.
It was my first month there, I think, and I was told, Jacob had a 1 week pay period that was, ridiculous. I think it was like
27 grand.
27 grand.
Yeah.
And after the interview, it was like, hey, if you apply yourself, if you learn, if you do these different things that we're going to show you, this is what it can look like for you in a year. And in my head, I'm like, there's a catch. There's something here. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But meeting Grace, and I think I had a phone call, or I met you at least once within those first few days.
Okay.
Just meeting y'all and seeing y'all were genuine people, right? And just you carried yourself right, carried yourself well. Everything in me said, go for it. Take this chance, go for it.
Like, what'd your wife say?
She said, what do you mean you're not going to get hourly? Are you sure?
What's the salary here, babe?
Yeah. And I said, look, I'm betting on myself. Like, you know me, you know how hard I work, you know how much I want to take care of me, you, our son. Believe in me. Right? And she did.
Well, you've done some seriously impactful things for the business and for your people so far. And we'll get into that in a second. But on that point of your wife's like, hey, what's the hourly? Where there's no guaranteed pay. We hear this a lot. This is a big part of Ryan Nowak's story. He's sitting at the restaurant, and those roofers that own that company, we still know him today, Josh Rauscheisen, but offered Ryan Nowak a job because Ryan was their server at Texas Roadhouse, I think is what it was. And Ryan's like, okay, so what's the hourly? He's like, no, I don't. What's the salary? No salary. And Ryan's like, how the fuck do I make money? So I know it's foreign for some people, but I'm going to ask you, like, put yourself in a situation 15 years down the road. Wesley comes to you and say, hey, Dad, I want to start looking for a job. Are you ever going to advise him to go down to the salary or hourly to start off, like at any point? Like, kind of what's your mindset on that? Because you're raising a a very strong young man, Wesley, who's extraordinarily well-behaved, guys. I mean, I always love having him at the house. Extremely well-behaved. Someone I enjoy my son around because it's always going to be an example. So you're going to continue to lead him as he gets older. When it comes to him finding a job, give us a little more of your mentality on that, because a lot of people listening may be considering something like this, and it can be scary.
When he's 15, 16, I'm going to absolutely encourage him to go get a manual labor hourly job. I don't care what it is, building fence, concrete, HVAC, electrician, plumbing, any of them.
Drag yourself through the dirt for a little while.
Try it out. And I'm not knocking it, man. I still work hard on the weekends, around the house, this, that, or the other. Hard work and this is hard work too. But you need the experience to know. Like, I am definitely going to encourage him to do that.
Good.
And then I'm going to say, okay, bud, let me show you something else, right? Let me show you what it can be to bet on yourself. If you know that you have discipline, if you know that you are willing to put in the work and take accountability for your check, right? Like, at the end of the week, if I get paid $0, that's on me. That's not because somebody else did that to me. That's all
fucking hard it has to be to get paid $0. Like, how hard you have to try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd have we get paid weekly. I haven't had that since, month one. I was learning a little bit, but now, the company's grown a lot since then. And there's actually pay structures in place where even starting out, you're getting paid.
Yeah, you have consistent pay coming in. It's just,
absolutely.
I think so many people are nervous. Like, you've got people that go make out of college or without a degree, whatever it is, take that variable out of it. You go make 50, 60, 70, 80K a year. And it's like, if you have any sort of work ethic and hard work in your body, you can go make 2, 3x that if you have some accountability paired with it.
Yeah.
Why would you settle for that? And I'm going to be honest with you. You have a kid, you have a fiance, you have bills, you have a vehicle, you just bought a new truck. What does 50, 60, 70, 80K get you at this point?
Well, it wouldn't have got me the stuff I have right now, even, to be honest.
There's no peace of mind that comes with that. You throw 2 kids in the mix, you throw a couple dogs, some vet bills. Dude, you're one transmission fix bill from being in a shitty spot and having to tell your kid, hey, I know you want to play on this specific tournament baseball team, but I can't pay your tournament fees because mom's transmission on her minivan went out. It's like,
yeah, you're literally one check engine light away from pulling out a credit card or maxing a card out or something. When I started here, I didn't have much at all, to be honest with you.
You just got out of the pens.
It had been some months since then, but I didn't have much in the bank, right? I had good credit prior to and worked it up, and I pulled out a credit card. But there was a time when I was here that, in the first month or so, I had $0 and I had a credit card almost maxed out. But I saw this process and I saw
people winning.
I saw Victor run, one appointment, was like, I can do this. Right. And it's like, hey, let me train you some more. And I was like, I got this. Like, let me go do this. I've crawled myself out of that hole quickly. And, talking about a truck, I just bought a new truck. I will be buying a new house by the end of the year.
And your wife a new car.
Yep. And her a new car. I know that's coming up soon too. And I'm not financially worried about it at all. Like, I know where I'm at, I know where I'm going. And it's taken a lot of hard work in the beginning to get here, right? Like, I didn't come into this.
Fuck, you were mowing lawns on the side.
Mm-hmm. A couple, first couple months in, I was still doing side work, like just mowing lawns, cutting trees, anything I could on the side just to work my way up. But
I want to point something out to everybody that's listening. As he talks about he had to mow lawns and things like that, he would work all fucking day knocking doors and selling roofs and then go do that. And I'm going to tell you right now, I had no idea he mowed lawns or did anything on the side until months later when he came and told me and said, hey, you never knew this, but I want to just let you know, here's what I did. So it was initially like mowing as much as you can. Then it turned into just a couple days a week, maybe 1 day a week. And then it was like, okay, I don't have to do that anymore. But what I think is so valuable for everyone to understand is me and then Preston's managers as well, Jacob and Victor at the time, they had no fucking clue what he was doing. No one knew that he came in and was in a tough spot. And I think that's a big thing is grown men, women, they want to involve others in their financial situations. It's like, dude, your financial situation's your fucking problem. This company or whatever job you're doing, that's your opportunity to get out of it. Go take advantage of it. But no one else needs to be involved in your financial struggles. You know what I mean? Like, you knew, I don't need to involve anyone in this company with my financial struggles. The opportunity to get out of it is in front of me. And I can tell you, I mean, more than counting on both my hands, I mean, dozens of times I have seen people come in a hole. Not that you came in a massive hole, but you didn't come in a good spot. I've seen people come in a hole or not in a good spot. And within 45 to 60 days, they never have to worry about bills again. That's the opportunity that's in front of you here. You can come in, you can owe the credit card company money, you could be behind on your truck note, miss a mortgage payment, and you can work your ass off to the point where in 45 to 60 days, if you are sun up, sun down, you are working, you can go get out of that hole to where you never have to worry about your bills again. And it's just so incredible to see. And yeah, people try to involve in their financial situations. We've had people at the company do it, and it's like, dude, it's, you know, they'll come to give me the statement. It's like, man, I got bills to pay. And I'm like, and so do I. And I don't give a shit about your bills. I got my own 2 kids. I got my own dogs, my own wife, and my own mortgage. You took you took matters into your own hands. So this is my situation, and it's for me to get out of.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, yeah, that's the whole, there's accountability in this job, and knowing that the opportunities in front of you, I didn't see any benefit in saying, hey, so-and-so, this is what I'm dealing with, right? No, I'm going to ask, hey, how are you doing that? You know, what did you look for up here? How did you check inside the attic? Like, where did you find this, and how did you explain that to a homeowner?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, let me learn this as fast as possible. That was all my mindset was, because, you know, seeing other people be successful at this, it wasn't, you know, I had experience in sales.
Oh, we're good.
I had some experience in sales, selling gym memberships and other stuff that I did. But you don't want to come into this thinking, I know everything, let me just go do me.
Yeah.
Right? There's people around you, there's a process in place, and there's people around you that are being successful. Look at what they're doing and do exactly what they're doing. That's it.
You look at Kevin, who I think is one of your best success stories.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jacob and you have worked a ton with Kevin, putting a lot of time and energy sitting in with that. Dude, he'll tell you time and time again, it's the process. Mm-hmm. Grace Chumley, time and time again. You look at Grace Chumley, is she 19, 20?
She's 21.
She's 21 now?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is probably her first real job. Had 0 sales experience before this. And dude, she made over 15 grand last month. Or whatever it was, 10, 12 grand.
I think it's 10, and she's just trending upward.
Like,
right?
You're kidding me. This girl's 21 years old. She has no sales experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just incredible. Kevin, coming out of the gate swinging, dude's making so much money, you just hired a personal trainer.
Yeah.
You know you're making money. You're not competing for bodybuilding. You just hire a personal trainer, and he's in good shape now. So it's like, damn, okay, now you hire a personal trainer?
That's been really rewarding. Like, I appreciate you seeing
people.
Well, I appreciate you seeing me, you know, put in the work and enjoy this work, and put me in a leadership position where I'm now getting to teach other people.
Let's talk
right?
about
Because
so you came in, how long did you sell before you moved into a leadership spot? Before we decided to have that conversation?
I think it was about 6-7 months.
You sold for 6 or 7 months. I didn't know if it was that long.
It might have been a little shorter than that.
But let's just call it 6-7 months. You sold, and then what did we do? We called you into my office, probably said, "Hey, we're going to be making some changes into this College Station market. Here's kind of what we're thinking."
Mm-hmm.
I think at the beginning we just put some guys under you, just as like a little side thing, to kind of see how you did.
Yeah.
Who were those guys originally?
There was sorta. Ness was, I know we were both helping.
You and
also
were.
Yeah, we were both helping Ness.
Yeah.
And there was a handful of other guys that I don't think
ended up making it work.
Yeah, I mean, one of them showed a lot of promise, and then he kind of just gave up out of nowhere. It was really sad, to be honest with you. But I hate seeing something like that, guys. This is a job that there's gonna be some hard days, but if you push through to that other side, the payoff is insane.
It's people don't
absolute insane.
A lot, like in today. Anything worth doing is gonna be fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take some sleepless nights. It's gonna take some long hours. It's gonna take some failure. It's gonna take getting uncomfortable. And I think just because of our phones, because of technology, because of how easily we can access things, I think we are so adverse, so avoiding of risk, of discomfort. We just want to be comfortable all the time, right? If I want to order lunch, I can order it here. If I want to just check out for 10 minutes and go find a tailor-fitted algorithm, we've talked about it on any social media platform, tailor-fitted to me. Right? We are just so much in our comfort zone that a job that forces you to get out of it, handle rejection, knock on doors, right? It's forcing you to get out of your comfort zone, but you look at the reward. It's like, holy shit.
Oh, 100%. And I think coming from an hourly job, you have to realize that as well, because an hourly job, you're just on the clock. Like you need to be there for 8 hours. Sometimes it's hard work and you're consistently working, but anybody who's ever worked an hourly job knows that you're kind of screwing off at some point in that 8 hours a lot of the time.
And no matter how much,
like there's
you work, you're still,
you
just got to work hard enough to not get fired.
Yeah. And I mean, I worked in, warehouse jobs before, and they just have you clocked in. Like they literally like, go sweep over there, just look busy for a few hours, stuff like that.
What a inefficiency in a business too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, 100%. But coming into this knowing that we're never going to ask you to do something here that wastes your time, right? There's no going and just, hey, can you just sweep up over there? It's go do something that maximizes your time. You're helping out customers and your income. And
we'll cancel a meeting if we don't even feel like if it's beneficial. Like, shit, we've sold 10 roofs and it's Tuesday and no need to meet tomorrow. Get to work.
Hang out with your family in the morning, get up and get to work. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's what I was saying earlier. It's been really rewarding getting into this leadership position and helping people do the exact same thing I did.
Yeah.
Right. There's been Alston Ness, Grace Chumley, Kevin, Rachel is about to be.
Dude.
Yeah, Rachel is going to do wonderful.
I am so excited for her.
Absolutely.
Her success.
Landon's on his way up as well, and he's getting there.
He's got his first roof going up today.
He's actually just texted me a picture right now.
Looks like a good size roof.
It is
pretty good size. Yeah, good for him. That was what was that deal? 35 grand?
I believe so.
That's
almost
25.
I think it was 35.
35,000. Yeah, his first deal.
Yeah.
Retail. No insurance.
Yep.
How old is he?
He is 18.
Let's go. Has he ever sold shit in his life?
No.
Let's go. Yeah. Dude, that's my point is now, and you got to look like this is why Gracie and I like talk, and I think at that point, Jacob and I talk, it's like, dude, look at what Preston did. We have got to get him in a position where he can teach other people to do it. And as soon as you went into that position, we just watched not only the College Station market flourish, but we got to see so many success stories, see so many people coming in and just being successful, and not just at work, but as a human being. Because I feel like, for you, and this is huge with Kevin, one of your guys as well, it's you work extraordinarily hard on your personal life and you let that overflow into your business life. I see you in the gym, you're posting videos and reels, working out with your son at home. Dude, you are being a prime example of a father on a godly level, on a work ethic level. And you talk about you're a leader of our most profitable and most successful market in the company. Our market that helps the most amount of people. You're the leader of that market. And you're telling me that's a coincidence that you're actively focusing on pursuing as much excellence in your personal life as possible, and you produce the most successful market in the business. It's not a coincidence. And you've got a guy like Kevin who is also setting a prime example as a father, who's lost tons of weight, who's creating financial freedom, who's joining us for Bible study, starting to go to church now. I mean, dude, you're watching your people grow on a personal level, which is, I'll tell you right now, I've done this for many years, so much more rewarding than a professional level.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's very, very rewarding to see people coming in. I mean, different situations for everybody, but just coming in and getting a taste of the financial freedom that can come with this. I promise you, I'm in a whole different place than I was a year ago.
Full of the tech.
And that as well, but just even though I'm putting on all this hard work here, like I have the time to work on my personal life as well, right? Like be in the gym more, be with my son more often than whenever, I guess when there was infrequent hours, I could be hanging out with him more. But realistically, 60-hour weeks and just absolutely manual labor breaking your back, so you get home and you just want to pass out.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't really have a whole lot left in you.
Yeah.
This work is hard, but it's a different kind of hard. Yes, it's a mental, a lot more mental than physical.
It is.
Right? And that in itself can be rewarding, because when I get home, I have that energy left for my family.
Yeah.
That I didn't have sometimes.
That's it for me. Like on a physical level, I can come home and I can run around with my boy.
Yeah.
I can hit baseballs. I can play catch. But it's like, I'll tell you right now, I have to be there mentally. Sometimes the phone rings and sometimes problems come up at 7, 8 p.m. But it's like, I feel myself physically good, but mentally I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Today was one of those days.
Yeah. Yeah, there is, when I get home, if my son is immediately like, hey, Dad, I'm like, son, I love you. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And he's like, okay. He gives me a couple minutes.
Back when I was Ryan Nowak, who works with us, he told me this as well. Back when I was working hailstorms, fresh hailstorms, excuse me, I would get out, start knocking doors at 8:39 in the morning, catch people outside mowing their yards, whatever it was. You'd work till the sun goes down. You're on a roof sometimes in the dark, like flashlighting it, like we've all been there. And I'm pulling up at home and I pick up like a 6-pack of beer back when I was drinking. And before I would go into the house, I'd try and drink one or two. I'd even park down the street a ways, drink one or two. That way, when I get home, it's like I'm already another level of relaxed.
Yeah.
So I made the mistake the first time of sitting in the truck, pulling in the driveway, cracking one open and be like, we're good. And then wife and kid comes out. Like, motherfucker. So the next day I parked right around the corner, had a beer or two, and then pulled in the driveway, and I was like, okay, we're here. Now, I mean, I don't rely on alcohol anymore. We're good now, and I don't have to do that. But I'm not proud of those moments, but I get what you're saying. It's like, hey, 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's even interesting to hear you say that, because I feel like you've leveled up a lot of levels since that time of the career.
It's been years, yeah. We were talking the other day. Emily saw a picture of me. I was a lot heavier of an individual, and she was like, why were you so big? And I was like, because I would drink nonstop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good. I met with Warner, who works with us out in Austin, who's South African, from South Africa, just came over here as a refugee. And he said back there in South Africa, drinking's such a big thing. And he goes, dude, since he's been here, he has pretty much cut it out entirely. And I thought that was so cool. He's such a cool individual. I'm excited for you to meet him.
Yeah.
Dude, his stories are unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a whole nother world over there. But, I mean, dude, you are leading an incredible team that is helping a lot of homeowners in an amazing way. I mean, yesterday we built numerous roofs in your market. Today we're building roofs in your market. It's just, week after week, day after day, your market continues to be one to produce. And I'm grateful for all of your hard work that you've put in. And I mean, dude, all those books that you read when you were locked up, all that wisdom you gained and discipline and figuring out how to deal with people, I think it's coming out. And I think that God had a very intentional path that he put you down to turn you into who you are now, because you command this very, very strong level of respect with your people. You command respect with your people. They respect you. You tell them to do something, they're going to do it. Now, I know we've got some managers, some leaders in the company that have to remind their guys a couple of times, and that's normal. But, dude, your guys look at you and they're like, I'm going to listen to that dude. Whether it's results backed or it's just like, yeah, I'm going to fucking listen to that guy. I don't know what it is, but your people respect the shit out of you, man.
I think there's a proof of concept that comes with that, but it's also, even though I'm in a leadership position, I'm boots on the ground every day, right there next to him, still doing the same thing that the guy who comes in and starts day one does.
Yeah.
All the way to the end of what the sales reps do as well.
You know how valuable it is to have a leader?
Because I've been on the other side of that in this job and other jobs, and that's what, those are the leaders that I respected the most, right? That were there with you through all of it. So when I got this opportunity, I was like, I'm absolutely going to do that as well. Like, I want to be there when people come and start day one. I'm out there in the field with them. Like, hey, like, this is what I do. This is how I do it. Let me show you.
That's strange, because you can look at our company. We're not a small company anymore. We're not. We've got a lot of people. You're not running a small market. And so for someone to just start with us day one in your market, College Station, Texas, to start out there, for that to be the case and to see you, the general manager of that market, out on the doors, knocking doors with them on day one, dude, that's impactful. That is impactful. That is so critical to their future success. The general manager of that market, the day you start, you are on the doors with them and helping them. I think it's huge. And I think you're leading an incredible team. From the moment they start to the moment they sell their first roof to the moment they get promoted. I mean, now you're experiencing your first person that you worked with and trained, now about to become a manager. Moving to a new market, leading a team of people. The team of people, he's already got people there, already got people signing deals and stuff there. And you've got a guy that's your own going to lead. And that's so exciting. That's the result of you. Anything that comes out of that market's now a result of things you taught that individual. I think that's so crazy.
And got my eye on another guy as well. I think it's heading down that path as well.
Off camera, like where?
Yeah, I don't know that yet. I just know he's showing the qualities. And he hasn't been with the company that long, but he's showing the qualities of leadership.
2 months.
Yeah.
2 months he's been here. Sold probably what, 250,000?
He's at like 200,000 already.
200,000 in sales in 2 months. His first 2 months.
I think it might be a little past that now, but
I think he's past 200K. I think he's probably close to 250. We can check out. But guys, I'm good. Preston, thank you for coming on and sharing your story. I mean, dude, this is incredible. I'm glad you got to come, and this is our first episode.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again, catch up down the road and see where I'm at that point.
Do it in a year from now. Pulling up to my house in an even nicer truck.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, cool. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.